This is your Illuma method, beginner abs. Let's talk about the muscles that make up your core. Everyone knows about the six-pack muscles. That is your rectus abdominis. And below that, right around where the seam across your leggings is, that's your transverse abdominis. You'll hear people refer to that also as low belly. And then on the sides, you have your obliques. Another thing that you'll hear me cue when I talk about core is the pelvic floor. That's the very lowest part of you. You want to draw that in and up. So let's just practice what that feels like. So if you understand yoga, there are bandhas. Mula bandha is pelvic floor. Or another way to think about that is if you're going to the bathroom, you're peeing, and you had to stop quickly. That action of drawing in and up, that is engaging your pelvic floor. So just find that action. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw up on your pelvic floor. Good. Now that you have that, bring your hands to your hip bones right on the front of your body and walk them in maybe 1.5 inches and just press down. That is right around where your transverse abdominis is. So take a breath in. Exhale, draw up on your pelvic floor, and then firm up this low belly right where your fingers are, transverse abdominis. Okay, relax that. Take an inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor, pull it in and up, engage, firm up transverse abdominis, your low belly. And now pull your belly button back toward your spine. That's going to help engage those six-pack muscles or the rectus abdominis. Keep that. Good. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pelvic floor, draw it in and up, transverse, firm up your low belly, pull your belly button back towards your spine. Now walk your hands up to your lowest ribs and pull them together and down like a corset. So you're not flaring the ribs, they're not coming apart, they're coming together and down, sliding in like elevator doors. That is how I cue core when we're working through. So relax everything, take a breath. Exhale, pelvic floor, transverse, belly button to spine, close your front ribs together and down. Good, let's try it on your back. Come down. So same concept, just a different orientation of your body. Start with your fingers right on your hip bones. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw up on your pelvic floor. Engage your transverse. Pull your belly button toward your spine. You might feel your back pressing into the floor now. And then close your front ribs together and down. Relax, inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor, transverse, navel to spine, ribs. Inhale, relax it. Exhale, switch it on. So it becomes automatic. This takes practice. Give yourself time, okay? Interlace your hands behind your head. Let's apply it to some core movements, some core exercises. So hands are behind your head, interlaced. Take a breath in. Exhale, pelvic floor, transverse, navel to spine, ribs. Float your head, neck, and shoulders up. Now pause here. Keep your head heavy in your hands. Keep your elbows out wide and reach your chest up toward the sky. You can feel those muscles working. My voice just changed a little bit with my effort. And lower down. Relax. Inhale, switch it on. Lift. Relax. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor, transverse, navel to spine, ribs. Lift up and lower. Let's do 2 more. Now, when you're working through reps, you might not relax completely because there isn't time, but you're definitely finding that engagement before you come up. So let's try this from a different orientation. Now sitting, we're taking a seated straight leg lift. All right, your arms can come by your sides. Feet flex. Roll your shoulders back, come up really tall through your spine, through the crown of your head. Take a breath in. Exhale, pelvic floor. Feels different from a seated position. Engage your transverse. Pull belly button to spine. Close these ribs down. Lift your right leg and lower. Inhale, relax it. Exhale, pelvic floor. Transverse, navel to spine, ribs. Left leg and lower. Good. So you can take this nice and slow. You can work with your breath, or if you're moving at a little bit faster pace, you keep it switched on. You re-engage it each time you lift. Good. All right, let's try it from yet another orientation. So now you come to hands and knees. I'm going to teach you what's called bird dog. And what I like about this is not only are you engaging your core, but you can see how your core really affects your balance. Because if you're wobbling all about, you know you have some work to do, and that's okay. That's why you're here. All right, hands and knees. So bird dog, you take a breath in, exhale, pelvic floor, transverse. Pull your belly button toward your spine, close your front ribs together and down. I'm also taking my shoulders nice and wide. Extend your left leg back behind you about hip height. Good. Now try adding your right arm forward. If you're getting really wobbly, pull that core in. That's going to hold you here in space and help support your balance. All right, take a breath in. Exhale, pelvic floor, transverse, navel to spine, ribs. Extend your right leg back. Stretch your left arm forward and lower down. Let's just go back and forth. Nice and slow. If you feel wobbly, try resetting and pull all of those core points in. Pelvic floor, transverse, your low belly, belly button to spine, and ribs. Nice. All right, we can add on a little bit from here if you feel ready. So right arm forward, left arm back. You can crunch it in, extend it back out, and lower. Other side, left arm forward, right arm back. Extend, find your core, pull it in, elbow to knee, reach back out nice and long, but keep the core engaged, and lower. Let's do one more time each side. Stretch right arm, left leg. Crunch in, stretch out, and lower. Left arm, right leg. Crunch it in. Inhale, extend out. Keep the core working, and back down to your mat. All right, nice work. So this is something you practice over and over until it feels automatic. And those 4 points just switch on without you having to think too much about it. Give yourself patience, give yourself grace, and you'll feel stronger with consistency. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.